All right, before we get into this interview with Sage Northcutt, we want to remind everybody that Rough and Rowdy is happening tomorrow, Thursday, January 25th.
You're on the call.
I'm on the call. Dave, Big Cat, Roan, Caleb on interviews. Large will be there as well.
Providence, Rhode Island, Big East Country.
Third time we're in Providence, might be the best card we've ever put together.
And it's in, I mean, it's not the Dunk anymore, but it's huge.
It's in an arena, like a real arena.
That arena is iconic.
My brother saw Motley Crue there.
Yeah.
We're going to be there tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it. Buy rnr.com. I promise it'll be the best entertainment you've ever seen.
And it's on Thursday for the first time, I think, ever, right?
That's right. It's like Thursday night.
New night. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. Rough and Rowdy on Thursday night.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Spinnin Backfist MMA show. It is Robbie Fox, Big Ev, and Jack Mack once again here with Sage Northcutt and his cat, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see his cat there. Second time Sage has joined the show ahead of 165, where he will make his return. Sage, how you doing?
What's up, guys? I'm doing good. Apparently, my cat's doing good too.
Yeah, what's your cat's name?
Gucci. Yeah, she's a dork.
Fire.
She's pretty funny.
I love it. I love it. We were just talking. This is your first time fighting in Japan. Have you ever been to Japan?
Actually, yeah, I went to Japan about a month ago just to announce the fight. First time ever. It's one of the coolest countries I've been to, and look forward to fighting there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's not that long since you last fought. As soon as you were done with that fight, did you know you wanted to get back in the cage pretty quickly?
Yeah, I did. I actually was going to get back sooner, the end of last year of 2023, but I had like a little nagging injury that I was dealing with before my last fight. So just got that healed up and got this fight set up.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is an exciting card overall. Like the entire card, top to bottom, is really good.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be super exciting.
Besides the fight, what's the thing you're looking forward to most in Tokyo? Any experiences or anything you get to do while you're out there at all?
Oh, yeah, you know it. After this fight, I'm planning on going all over the city. Been looking like Shibuya, down Ariake is like kind of where the area where the fight is, but just a bunch of different areas to go try food. So kind of trying out the culture, eating some good sushi, some good ramen. They got crazy desserts out there. So just that's what I'm really looking forward to.
The excitement you can just feel. We
God,
can feel your excitement, which is awesome because I mean, Japan fight card sounds amazing. Tokyo, and then the food. That would be the biggest draw for me.
Yeah, especially while you're cutting weight, you're trying to stay in shape. Yeah, you're looking forward to the light at the end of the tunnel. All the Japanese desserts.
Man.
How have your weight cuts been? Do you dread it, or is it more something that you have a science that you have it down to perfectly?
Well, you know, the UFC, I used to cut a lot of weight. For one championship, you have to be hydrated. So I kind of walk around pretty light, close to my weight class. So nothing too crazy, but I eat clean mostly 24/7 all the time. So afterwards, it'll be fun to go out and have some, I guess, some junk food or splurge a little bit. Or maybe all you can eat sushi, or eat a bunch of ramen. So that's pretty much going to be nice.
Do you feel a big difference in the cage because of one championship's hydration testing and whatnot than you did in the UFC? Is there like a noticeable difference in fight week and all of that?
Yeah, I think there is quite a bit of a difference. You know, you look at the stats too of one championship, and they have one of the highest finishing rates out of any league in the world. So compared to other leagues, majority of their fights are finishes, and it probably has to do with being hydrated, having more water in your muscles, just have a little more energy, a little more cardio, conditioning. I think it really affects your performance better.
I want to actually, when you've interviewed with these two, and I did not get to go to that interview, but I wanted to, when I heard we were interviewing you, I wanted to actually ask you about your time in high school down in Texas. You went to Katy High, right?
I did. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I wanted to, obviously you're in like that Dallas or more like Texas area that's looking as it's obviously football. Did you ever...
Right.
Did you play football? I tried to look it up. I couldn't really find any exact information. Obviously, wrestling, football, whatnot, it all comes together. But did you play football or no?
No, I didn't. I did before high school, just a little bit. But in high school, I was traveling around the world for kickboxing and karate tournaments, and then I started grappling. Yeah, so I was traveling on national teams. I didn't get a chance to play football in high school, but I know Katy High School was. I think they were the state champs, like the most out of any high school, I think, in Texas, like the most amount of times, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, it has a illustrious history. Obviously, we're on MMA podcast, but I also do a lot in college football, high school football, and whatnot. And when I realized you went to Katie, I was like, oh man, that's crazy, because obviously you think about the football players that went there, but did you ever want to play football? Obviously you played in middle school. Was that one of those, oh man, I wish I got to play high school football feelings, or no?
Man, definitely. Absolutely. I have a lot of athleticism, and it definitely would have been fun because I had friends that played, but maybe like a running back or something, I would have been cool. But yeah, especially going to
I could
one
see
of
him
the high
as
schools.
slot receiver.
You said wide receiver? There you go.
Yeah, slot wide receiver, like a little.
I was thinking like a safety.
Oh, you'd be a hard hitting safety.
Maybe get some more size to me.
Some of that size, that aggression.
And then
Exactly.
you went to Texas A&M. Do you still feel like you're an Aggie, or I know you ended up leaving to pursue MMA full time, but do you find yourself on Saturdays watching Texas A&M football?
I haven't watched too much football recently. I need to watch some more because it's been a little bit. I've been so focused on this fight coming up and traveling so much, but yeah, definitely still an Aggie. I know I never graduated with my engineering degree because I pursued fighting professionally full time, but I would say an Aggie for sure.
100%.
You picked the right time. They've been struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
You picked a good time.
Yeah.
New good coach. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good that you're fighting like 2 weeks before the Super Bowl as well, so you could get into football then.
After.
No, it's
Exactly.
Super Bowls, yeah.
Yeah. I got my Super Bowl timeline mixed up.
Are you guys having a big party for Super Bowl, or what are you guys doing?
Always a little get together, yeah.
You always with the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Have some good food.
go home with watch with the old man.
Nice.
Are you a big Super Bowl party guy or no?
Man, my family always watched Super Bowl growing up. Definitely. Mostly it's always been like families getting together, having good food, watching, but I haven't really got to I feel like the last Super Bowl, I was in a training camp or trained to get ready for a fight and didn't get a chance to really have a party for it.
Well, there you go. This time is going to give you the opportunity. I actually have a few
Exactly.
cards here. We do a game here at Barstool called Answer the Internet. It's like a card game that's sold in stores and everything.
Okay.
Just tons of random questions from the internet, and I'd like to get a couple of your answers. So first
All
one
right.
here is, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would you choose?
Dang, that's a tough one. Man, anybody dead or alive? I
Yep.
mean, well, that's an easy pick for me. I would say if I could sit down and have dinner with Jesus Christ, that'd be the thing to do. That'd be definitely the most wanted thing I'd want.
I thought you were gonna George Washington with the 1776 shirt on, maybe. You could
He'd
go
be
to
a
a
good
dinner
one.
back then, but that's a great answer as well.
You don't want to be looking at his teeth, though.
That's a good point.
What was that?
You know, when you're at
His-
dinner. You don't want to be looking at George Washington's teeth while you're at dinner. The wooden teeth, that's no
Right.
good. This question, for most people, I think has a very low number. But for you, I don't know what the number could be. It's how many push-ups can you do? If you just dropped down and started doing push-ups, what's the number where you quit?
Push-ups with no break?
Yeah.
Oh man, easy, a couple hundred for sure. Maybe if I was rested without training for the day, I had a good meal, maybe I had some ramen or something, I bet you I could probably do 400 or 500. Probably 400.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I would yep,
That's crazy.
I think so. Yeah.
Based off of that, a little bit more back to the MMA. Obviously, I was thinking after the 400, 500 push-ups, like the lactic acid build up like in your like arms must be crazy. Chest too. Do you ever feel that when you're training? Obviously, when we look at a guy that's like, obviously your aesthetics amazing and you have like one of the best, like that's always been the Sage Northcutt selling point. But sometimes, and Joe Rogan loves to bring it up, it's like, man, that lactic acid buildup, is that overblown, or have you always had to adjust to that?
Man, the thing is my training, especially having my dad as one of my coaches, he knows a lot about powerlifting, about working out. It's been very explosive. So like I love like squat, bench, deadlift, those kind of exercises, but we have a lot of explosive stuff that we do to prevent that lactic acid buildup. So even though I might have good muscle definition and shape, they have incredible cardio.
Awesome. That's
Yep.
that's awesome answer.
Another Answer the Internet one for you here.
All right.
What's the best Halloween costume you've ever worn?
Best Halloween costume? I think, I don't remember the last time I dressed up for Halloween because I don't really do too much on Halloween. But I know one time I did dress up as a ninja and had some samurai swords, and I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of fit the theme
Ninja
of
always
martial
plays
arts.
on Halloween. Yeah.
Especially
Ninja,
Yeah, they became
pirate.
like a real life ninja.
Yeah, you're like pretty much like you're a ninja.
Thanks,
This
guys.
one, what would you do for a talent show act? So we'll take fighting out of it. Like you can't fight for a
Okay.
talent. But what
Okay.
else would you do?
If I could choose anything, or like
Anything.
if I had to go,
One of your talents. Yeah.
oh man, maybe some kind of feat of strength. Like I have a pretty crazy
500
streak.
push-ups. Yeah.
That's if I'm fresh. Maybe 400 if I'm fresh. But maybe like rolling frying pans or breaking something, some kind of metal. I don't know, flipping something that's super incredibly heavy. Some kind of feat of strength, maybe.
Have you done that before? Rolled a frying pan up?
Oh yeah, it's not the hardest thing.
What?
Yeah, definitely.
What about? Let's say.
I think it's pretty hard. I don't.
What if I gave you a cast iron skillet? Could you do a cast iron skillet?
All right, I've actually tried a cast iron skillet. I think my brother gave me one, and that's hard to roll up. Like a normal frying pan, I could roll up like a taco. Cast iron skillet, you can bend it, but not roll it up the same.
I was going to clarify what I'm glad you did it before I asked. I was going to clarify what exactly you meant by rolling up. By literally just
roll it up, yeah.
rolling
Yeah,
it
just
up.
rolling it up like a little taco, but you know.
He's talking about it like it's a Friday night. Like, oh yeah, I did that. Like, or like Friday afternoon
Yeah.
at lunch.
You're a freak of nature.
Right?
my
That's outrageous.
friend. That's crazy.
If you could be a part of one TV show, which TV show would you put Sage Northcutt into?
That's a good question.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Part of a TV show. Probably something to do with action. I don't know. I like shows with action in it. So maybe some kind of like superhero show.
Oh, you could definitely be in a superhero show. They got GSP in the Marvel universe. You could be next.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. That would be cool. I like Marvel.
I like that. What's the best song? This one just says. What's your favorite song?
Favorite song? That's a tough one. You know, I'm really bad at song names. So I can't really name songs up. And I don't know why. I don't really remember song names, but I know like kind of like old like classic rock music, like Red Hot, or even stuff like Red Hot Chili Peppers or Pink Floyd. Those kind of songs. I feel like growing up in Texas, those were always played quite a bit.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yep.
I like that. I like that. If you could write a message in a bottle that wouldn't be open for 100 years, what would you write?
Dang, these are good questions. Man, let's see. What would I write? It's gonna be opened in 100 years. It's gotta be something. I mean, if we look back 100 years right now, back in the past, you look at like how much technology's gone up and the inventions, and then you look at like something like even like an old classic car or something. Like now all of a sudden it's been like 50, 60 years and those are so much worth and value. So I don't know, something that wouldn't be around. It'd be like something scarce that wouldn't really be around the same 100 years from now. I would write something about that. I don't know what it'd be. I put some thought into it, but yeah.
I like that. I like that. And then I got one here. Would you
All right.
rather be able to have wings or be able to breathe underwater?
Dang, probably. Well, majority of the world is supposed to be covered in water, right? But I feel like having
Right.
wings, that's, man, you can fly anywhere. Probably wings.
Majority of the world's also covered in air.
I think the wings are more
That
practical.
is true. Yeah, good
100%.
point.
I think the wings is the right choice.
Yeah.
I think
Like
wings
you could
for
do
sure.
party tricks with like going underwater and stuff, but flying you could, especially Sage could have like take people on flights with them because you could have one like someone under your, you're a super
And with the flying
Exactly.
too, thing like with the underwater, you need water to do that. Like flying, you can do anywhere.
Yeah, what do you got to find
You
a
can
pool?
fly above water too. You can fly above
Exactly.
anywhere.
anywhere. It's all air.
Definitely wings.
All right. Well, that was Answer the Internet. We appreciate you for answering some out of the box, strange, non MMA related questions.
I was
Man, you
like,
bet.
what's give us your top 5 fighters. Curious.
Top 5 fight. Okay. Probably my
Or just of
brother-in-law.
all time. Or you don't have to put them in order, but
Okay, so you mentioned GSP earlier. I got to train with him quite a bit.
Mhm.
He's definitely up there. He seemed like a good guy too. Uriah Faber, one of my coaches, UFC Hall of Famer.
Oof.
He's awesome. My brother-in-law, Raymond Daniels, married to my sister. He's one of the best karate martial artists in the world. one of the best kickboxers in the world, most craziest knockouts. I don't know if you ever talked to him before, but if you did an interview with him, he's a cool guy. Maybe martial artist, maybe, or fighter, maybe Bruce Lee. I know he's not really around.
Okay,
he's
yeah.
not around anymore, but that would be cool. And then another one, I had a buddy. He's no longer around, but his name was Donald Vickers. He was a really good fighter back in the day. I grew up training and competing with him, and that'd be probably another one.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. How much do you learn from, we hear the phrase in MMA all the time, you either win or you learn. That's a classic John Kavanaugh. He says that. How much did you learn from training with some of the guys you just mentioned?
Man, you learn so much. It's crazy. You gotta, in training sessions, for me, it's not always about winning the training session. You have to put yourself in bad positions. And that's where you really get a lot of experience and learning, because you get to try new things. And that's where it comes in handy, having great coaches, great teammates, training partners.
Yeah, no, I believe that.
Yeah.
Uriah Faber also, you mentioned, one of the best coaches in MMA history, one of the most notable coaches in MMA history. What was the biggest thing that you took away from training with him and learning from him?
Man, hey, sorry about the cat. The cat's photobombing.
No, don't apologize. The cat's welcome.
Gucci's always welcome.
This cat's hilarious. So I would say one of the biggest things I learned from Uriah Faber, he talks about it all the time, is being consistent. So you see the most progress made when you're in there, being consistent all the time. And you see people that have waves where they'll go one hard day, but yet they'll skip 4 or 5 days of practice, and then back for another hard day. You can make progress, but if you're slowly chipping away, those people rise to the top. So being consistent.
I would say, obviously you've had this kind of a crazy journey. UFC to now, and you feel like you've done so much, and you're so young. You're only 27. What do you want your career to look like when it's all said and done?
Man, I want to be the champion for one championship. And I want to be one of the most exciting fighters. So I feel like I'm just kind of on the brink of, I just returned. I had my first fight back after 4 years. I'm very young still, and I feel like there's so much progress I've made in the gym and in my training that I can't wait to show out there. So I feel like being the champion and definitely being exciting.
Have you always been a cat guy, or is it new?
I really like dogs, but I travel so much. So cats are easy because you can leave for a couple of days and leave a litter box down or something. But yeah, this cat's crazy. I gotta post a video. This cat can jump easily. If I put something on top of my head, the cat can jump on top of my head. The height, the amount of spring the cat has. It's so athletic.
Well, that's good. It's like a Sage Northcutt cat.
Exactly. You see it parkouring off the wall.
I love that. Well, obviously the fight is happening on January 28th. 165. It's an amazing card, top to bottom, like I mentioned. It's in Tokyo. So if you're going to be in Tokyo, if you're a Spinnin Backfist fan, it's going to be in Tokyo at the time. Go see Sage Northcutt fight live. If not, obviously you'll be able to watch on all of ONE's channels. So check it out. 165 Sage Northcutt. Thank you very much for joining the program once again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you guys can't make it, obviously Japan's pretty far away. I know, like you were mentioning, everyone can watch it. It's global pay-per-view. You can watch it, watch.onefc.com. So definitely want to watch the fight. I've been training hard. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, we're excited to see.
We'll be rooting for you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.